Hi everyone, welcome back to Kevin Stitch. Today we are drafting a tent dress pattern, one of the most easiest and most comfortable dress style you can make. It's loose, flowy, beginner friendly and a great project if you are just starting out with pattern drafting. Stick around to the end because I'll also share tips on customizing your tent top. Before we start, let's quickly talk about what a tent dress is. It is called a tent dress because it is shaped like a tent, narrow at the shoulder and wider at the hem. This gives it that easy, breezy A-line look that works for all body types. And the best part is, it is easy to draft and sew. So let's get started. For this drafting, you will need pattern paper or any large sheet of paper, ruler, straight and curve, measuring tape, pencil and eraser, then scissors. So to start drafting your tent dress, you first need to fold your sheet of paper on a bias fold, just like what I'm doing. So you take one side of the paper, then you fold it to the other side to create this sharp corner. This is how we fold a bias fold. The side of the paper facing me is the folded edge of the paper, which I'll use as my center front line. So from the tip of the paper, measure and mark some few inches, which when you measure across, you'll be able to get half your shoulder across shoulder measurement. Draw a straight line to use as your shoulder guideline. Now, measuring from the folded edge that's on the shoulder guideline, measure and mark the neck width measurement you'll be using. In this case, I'm using 3 inches. So measure and mark 3 inches on the shoulder guideline like so. And the neck depth I am using is 3 inches. So I'll measure down from the shoulder guideline 3 inches. Then draw the neck curve with this measurement. Now, I'll measure and mark 7 inches to use as my shoulder line. Now, still on the shoulder line, go down by 1 inch to create the shoulder slope line. Now, we need our armhole measurement. So, from the shoulder slope line, measure and mark your armhole measurement, which in this case is 7 inches. So, I'll measure and mark 7 inches for half the armhole measurement. Draw a straight line to use as your chest guideline. Then join the chest guideline to the shoulder slope line to create the armhole line. Now on the chest guideline, measure and mark 1/4 of your bust circumference measurement, plus any ease you want in the dress. Now we need to create the armhole curve. So look for the midpoint of the armhole line, then go in by 1/2 inch. Then join the 1/2 inch mark to the shoulder slope mark, then to the chest line like so. Now we need to input our dress length measurement. So measuring from the shoulder line, measure and mark the length of the dress you want, which in this case I'm using 42 inches. So I'll measure and mark 42 inches like so to create an arc for the hem of the dress. Join the marks to create the hem of the dress like so. Join the chest line to the hem line like so. Now go ahead and add all the necessary seam allowance you need for the dress. If you intended to add seam allowance and you made provision for it from the very onset. I didn't make provision for it when I was drafting from the very beginning. So I will not be adding any seam allowance. So I'll be cutting on the seam lines. Please be sure to make provisions for all the necessary seam allowance you will need in the dress if you are cutting straight on your fabric. The front part of our dress is ready. Let's go ahead and draft the back part of the dress. This is how your pattern will look like if you made provision for seam allowance from the very beginning. And when you're adding your seam allowance, you have to add the amount of seam allowance you need at the chest side. Then you join it straight to the hem, just like how we did for the front. So now the additional measurement I am adding to the chest line is the seam allowance measurement. Join the chest line to the hem line to create the side seam line for the dress. Where I am pointing now is the main seam lines, and the outer line, the line I've already drawn, the green one, is the seam allowance line or the cutting line. So now we've added the seam allowance we need at the side seam. Let's go ahead and add the seam allowance you need at the hem, then at the armhole, shoulder and the neckline. Please be sure to label all your pattern pieces before cutting. Now let's go ahead and draft the back part of the dress. When drafting the back too, you fold it just like you did for the front. Then you measure on the folded edge. You measure the amount of zipper allowance you need for the back. This dress is free enough that you will not need any zipper allowance. But if you still want to add zipper allowance, this is how you go about it. So in this case, I'm adding 1 inch zipper allowance to the back part of the dress. So I'll draw a straight line to create the seam allowance line, just like so. But if you are not adding seam allowance, make sure that the neckline is wide enough for your head to be able to pass through. But if you are not adding any zip to the pattern, then you don't need to add any zipper allowance to the pattern. You just need to trace the front part of the dress and then alter the neckline and then the armhole. But in this case, I'm showing how if you want to add zipper to your dress, this is how you draft it. But this dress doesn't really need zipper because it's a free dress. Now go ahead and trace the front part of the dress to the back part, just like so, leaving the armhole and the neckline. The only difference between the front and the back is the armhole and the neckline. Then if you're adding zipper to it, then the zipper allowance. So now I'll go ahead and draw the shoulder line. Then I'll input my neck width measurement, which in this case is 3 inches. Then I'll be using 1 inch for the neck depth for the back. So I'll join the two to create the neck curve for the back. Then I'll input my shoulder measurement, which in this case is 7 inches. So I'll measure down 7 inches. Then I'll input my armhole measurement too, which in this case is 7 inches. So I'll measure down 7 inches. Then you draw the chest line, then you connect it just like we did for the front. Now measuring from the zipper line on the chest line, measure and mark half of your shoulder measurement so that you'll be able to get a straight line to use for your armhole. Then input 1/4 of your bust circumference measurement plus the necessary seam allowance you added to the front, because you are trying to get the same side seam like the front. Now look for the midpoint of the armhole line and make a mark there. Start curving from that mark to join the chest at the side seam with a curve like so. So this is how your back armhole should look like. You don't need to go in. You just make a mark from the at the center of the armhole line. Then you join it to the chest line at the side seam. Now go ahead and add all the necessary seam allowance you will need for the back. So in this case, I'm adding 1/2 inch seam allowance to the back neck, shoulder and armhole. For the side seam, I already have the seam allowance joined to it because I traced the front to the back, which already have seam allowance included. The back part of your tent dress is also ready. Go ahead and cut it out. And don't forget to label your parting pieces. Was this video helpful? If it was, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more easy sewing and pattern drafting tutorials. Share with your sewing communities. Comment what you want to learn next. Until next time, bye bye for now.